You know, I want to share something with you, and I want you to think about this. And to many of you, it may not even make sense, but it does to me and those who experience and get out here and learn like I do. You know, from a youth, from a young child, a lot of us were schooled, we were educated through the way society programs us to learn. Okay, you know, we're programmed to learn what is given to us. You know, we have mentors, we have teachers, and they present us with the tools to learn, to get us to think and use our mind to figure out and troubleshoot various problems and issues. Well, there's a different truth, there's a different education that you cannot be taught. And it can only be learned, but not taught. It can be learned from yourself through experience and time work together. But in order to get experience, it's where time comes in play. Time, you need to have time, you need to take the time, and you need to dedicate to use that time. You know, some of us discover mysteries. Some of us have theories, and we work hard to try to prove those theories. On the other hand, spending dedicated time in the field like I do, we learn things that society says does not exist. To many, we're just wasting our time. No, you're wasting your time by saying such a thing. Telling you what, if you get out here and dedicate your time to the woods, learning nature and wildlife, you'll learn there's a lot more than you could ever imagine. You could learn a lot more that society never taught you. I don't care who brainwashed you to think one way. If you open your mind and let go of the negativity that society implanted into you, that gave you that blindness, you just might get a mind-blowing experience like many of us have. And those who us that are more than believers like me, I'm a knower. I know what's out here. I could tell you what's out here. I've seen them. I have experienced their activity, their behaviors. I found their evidence that they leave behind, like tracks. That's physical evidence. I've seen the things that they build, and I hear them. I've been hearing them today. I heard them last night. I'm in a serious hotspot right here, and I'm going to tell you something else. Giants once roamed the earth. Well, we got to rephrase that. Giants still roam the earth. The evidence is here. If you're a non-believer and you're listening to this, you think this is nonsense, this is a bunch of BS. Well, don't be ignorant and just let it go because you're hearing some guy that looks for Bigfoot. No, I do more than that. All right? I research nature and wildlife. I study my known wildlife. I mean, I've seen almost every sign of wildlife out here. Fresh, some of it old. I can tell you what, I know how to tell the difference between a bear track, cougar track, and a Sasquatch track. I know my vocalizations out here. I experienced quite a bit of different wildlife. But in order for you to discover for yourself, it takes time and experience. It's not going to happen overnight. Some people, it happens to them by accident. But in order to get experience, you need to put in the time. If you have time, you need to dedicate yourself to it. I don't think I can put it any simpler. Get out in nature. Get out here in a very remote area like I'm in now. Heavily wooded forest. Get to explore, get to know your known wildlife. I mean, there's bears all around here. The bears are very active. I've seen fresh bear sign right behind the camp. Last week I seen fresh bear sign in the camp. Seen fresh bear sign all around me. I mean, last weekend I spooked up a bear. But then there was something else not far off. There's many giant species among us. The bears I hear are bigger than you can imagine. I'm going to tell you what. I've seen bears as big as that Chevy Blazer, almost as big as that Blazer. And I'm not exaggerating either. Mock my words, they're out here. I've seen turkeys that look as big as deer. I mean, seriously, their backs are probably over 4 feet high. I mean, right where I got my 16-inch tracks, and the one I just cast earlier today, that it's still setting up, it's an 18-inch track. But if you go down beyond that, and where it goes into a secret field, I've seen turkeys I never seen so big before in my life. Those turkeys, I thought they were a big, giant deer, because I only seen the backs of them until they turned to the side. See the handle, door handle on my Blazer right here? Their backs are sitting up almost about that high. I'm not exaggerating. This is what I've seen out here. There's monsters out here. This neck of the woods, the wildlife, they're organically grown, so humongous. I mean, so healthy out here. There's all the food sources for every animal out here. I mean, coyotes are definitely eating good. I mean, I've been seeing their scat everywhere. They've been tearing up rabbits. One I saw had squirrel teeth in it. Little tiny chips of bones, and I saw the teeth, squirrel teeth. So before you continue to make further judgment on us individuals who get out here and spend hard time out here, dedicated time, our own money. I mean, we go out of our ways to do the things that we love, but I do this because I want to make discoveries, and I want to share what I learn, and that's what I do, and I'm going to continue to do so, and I'm not going to stop. There's always something new to learn, and I learn that almost every time I'm out here. There's a hidden society out here that many of us are not unaware about. There's families that live out here, families of giants that are living here today, that are in these woods right now. Highly intelligent individuals. Because they stay hidden, that's how they exist for so long. And they grow. Like I said, Sasquatch, they're not the only giants out here. Every known species out here is a giant. So stop making judgment. Discover the truth for yourself. This is Daniel Benoit, founder of the ECBRO. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel that you're watching this on. Find me on Twitter. Like us on Facebook with ECBRO. We're serious and dedicated researchers such as myself. Share the truth with you. God bless, and thank you very much.